What happens when the world stops watching? Over $217 billion built World Cup stadiums more expensive than the International Space Station itself. Retractable roofs, demountable arenas made of 974 shipping containers. Engineering pushed every limit. But after the final whistle, do these wonders become white elephants or a lasting legacy? Welcome to Big Builds, South Africa's empty seats. Our journey begins in South Africa, where the 2010 World Cup promised a legacy of growth and development. Yet it left behind some stark reminders of overambition and the challenges of planning for temporary global spectacles. The Cape Town Stadium stands as a prime example. This stunning waterfront venue was specifically built for the 2010 World Cup. Its location, right by the ocean, was not chosen for local convenience, but was a direct demand from FIFA itself. The goal was to make it visually appealing for television viewers around the world, prioritizing broadcast aesthetics over the long-term practical needs of the city. This stadium alone cost around $230 million. The significant investment in such a visually striking but expensive location set the stage for future challenges. Despite its impressive design and scenic backdrop, the stadium's post-World Cup life has been a struggle. By 2015, just 5 years after the tournament, it hosted only 18 events in the entire year. This is an incredibly low number for such a massive investment. The annual running costs for the stadium were estimated in 2015 to be about $2 million. To try and make the stadium more useful, its initial World Cup capacity was later reduced from its peak. Temporary seating sections on the top tier were removed and replaced with permanent event suites and club rooms, bringing the capacity down to 58,300 seats. This was an attempt to make the venue more versatile and suitable for smaller-scale events, hoping to attract more consistent use. As of June 2025, the stadium is known as the DHL Stadium due to a multi-year sponsorship agreement. However, even with this sponsorship, and the move of Western Province Rugby to the stadium in 2021, it continues to struggle to generate enough revenue to cover its substantial upkeep. Some local voices have even called for its demolition or conversion into low-income housing, highlighting the depth of its financial challenges and the public's frustration with a costly structure that does not fully serve the community. Brazil's concrete giants. Following the echoes of past challenges, we move to Brazil, a nation where football is almost a religion. The 2014 World Cup there left behind its own set of colossal structures, many facing an even more challenging fate than those in South Africa. The Estádio Nacional Mané Garrincha in Brasilia stands as a powerful symbol of this struggle. This magnificent 72,000-seat arena was a truly ambitious engineering feat. Its design featured 288 slender concrete columns, forming a grand colonnade around the stadium bowl, giving it a monumental appearance. The stadium was topped with a double-layer suspended roof made of solid polycarbonate sheets and PTFE-coated fiberglass fabric, designed to be both functional and aesthetically striking. However, its actual construction cost soared to $900 million, a staggering 101% more than first anticipated. The problem was that Brasilia, despite being the nation's capital, does not have a major professional football team or a strong local fan base that could consistently fill such a massive stadium. This fundamental lack of demand led to severe underuse after the World Cup. In 2015, this grand stadium was reportedly used as a parking lot for around 400 buses. Now, it occasionally hosts small club games with only about 5,000 fans, a tiny fraction of its capacity. It has also been repurposed for non-football events like weddings, obstacle course contests, and even a congress for Brazilian zoos and aquariums. Some of its office space is now used by the local government. Further into the Amazon rainforest, the Arena da Amazônia in Manaus tells a similar, even more tragic story. This 44,000-seat stadium cost nearly $300 million to build. Its unique steel roof structure, composed of diagonally arranged cantilevering steel box girders, was ingeniously designed to collect rainwater, a practical feature for its tropical climate. The roof and facade seamlessly merge, using translucent fiberglass fabric to provide shade to the concourse areas. However, despite its innovative design, its remote location meant it hosted only 4 World Cup matches. Local teams rarely use it because the rental costs are prohibitively high, making it economically unviable for them. The stadium now hosts occasional evangelical Christian events, concerts, and even private events like weddings and birthdays. Its maintenance costs are around $1.1 million per year, but it consistently struggles to generate even a third of that revenue. Recent photos show its roofing removed and seats losing color due to the harsh sunlight and lack of upkeep, a visible sign of its decline. There are even plans to sell it to the private sector, a stark admission of its financial failure. Russia's sinking foundations. From Brazil's tropical white elephants, we journey north to Russia, where the 2018 World Cup faced its own unique set of engineering nightmares, born from ambitious plans and challenging terrains. The Kaliningrad Arena, a 35,000-seat stadium, cost around $300 million. It was built on Oktyabrski Island, a wetland with notoriously soggy soil, making it an incredibly difficult and expensive location for large-scale construction. Engineers faced immense challenges due to the unstable ground. Reports from just a year after completion detailed cavities, asphalt rolling into waves, and pavement holes 1 meter deep around the stadium. Persistent drainage issues compounded the risk of flooding, a constant threat to the structure. The project was also marred by allegations of corruption, with about $7.8 million suspected to have been stolen. Claims surfaced that only half the required sand, and of a lower quality, was used for the critical foundation work, directly contributing to the instability and rapid deterioration. This led to significant construction delays and massive cost increases. Today, it serves as the home stadium for a lower division club, FC Baltica, which typically attracts only a few thousand fans, leaving vast sections of the stadium empty. In St. Petersburg, the Krestovsky Stadium, often nicknamed the Spaceship for its distinctive design, was an ambitious engineering project meant to hold 69,000 fans. However, its construction was plagued by delays, opening 8 years late and costing a staggering 540% over its original budget. The project was deeply entangled in corruption, with as much as $14 million reportedly missing from its budget. The stadium suffered from severe engineering problems, including noticeable vibrations of its retractable field, a persistent leaking roof that caused major flooding and mold growth, and a chronically poor grass pitch. In one incident, a key component of its retractable roof even blew away in the wind. Kazan's comeback. However, not all Russian stadiums became white elephants. The Kazan Arena, a 45,000-capacity stadium that cost $450 million, found a unique and innovative second life. In 2015, it underwent a remarkable transformation, installing 2 full-size swimming pools directly on its football pitch, complete with a temporary roof and spectator stands. This very unique technical and technological project allowed the stadium to host the FINA World Aquatics Championships, effectively turning a football arena into a world-class aquatic center. The design ingeniously utilized the stadium's existing infrastructure, such as skyboxes, press centers, and locker rooms, demonstrating a high degree of adaptability. While this transformation meant the resident football club, Rubin Kazan, couldn't play there for over a year, it showcased an impressive engineering solution for multi-purpose use. Qatar's ambitious legacy. After witnessing the struggles of past hosts, Qatar entered the scene with a bold vision for its 2022 World Cup stadiums, aiming to avoid the white elephant curse through innovative design and meticulous legacy planning. Qatar's multifaceted legacy strategy, involving significant capacity reduction, repurposing spaces into diverse community and commercial facilities, and donating seats, represents a proactive engineering solution to the problem of underused stadiums. The Lusail Stadium, Qatar's largest and the magnificent centerpiece of the 2022 World Cup, boasts a massive capacity of 88,966 spectators. This engineering marvel features a robust reinforced concrete bowl structure, a steel-framed flooring system, and a striking steel cable net roof supported by curved, V-shaped frames. To give you a sense of its scale, Lusail Stadium is larger than MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, which holds 82,500 people. Crucially, it was designed with sustainability as a core principle, incorporating cutting-edge systems that utilize solar power for cooling, aiming for a zero-carbon footprint. Many of its precast concrete elements for seating tiers were specifically designed to be removable. After the World Cup, Lusail is set to reduce its capacity to a more manageable 40,000 seats. The excess seating will be removed, and in a unique legacy plan, the stadium will be repurposed into a vibrant community hub. This hub will include shops, cafes, athletic facilities, educational spaces, and a health clinic, integrating the stadium into daily life. Lusail Stadium has actively hosted major events, demonstrating its continued utility. It hosted the 2023 AFC Asian Cup Final in January 2024, and the 2024 FIFA Intercontinental Cup Final in December 2024, proving its ability to attract and manage large-scale events beyond the World Cup. Al Bayt and its multi-use future. Inspired by the traditional Bayt al-Sha'ar tents of nomadic peoples, the Al Bayt Stadium, with a capacity of nearly 69,000, features a distinctive and impressive retractable roof. This roof, made of PTFE woven fiberglass membrane, is an advanced engineering solution that allows it to transform from an open-air stadium to a fully enclosed, temperature-controlled arena within minutes. After the World Cup, Al Bayt is slated to reduce its seating to 32,000. The upper-tier seats will be removed and, as part of Qatar's legacy commitment, donated to other countries in need of sports infrastructure or potentially used for the 2030 Asian Games. The vacated space will be cleverly converted into a 5-star hotel, a shopping mall, and additional sports facilities, creating a truly multi-purpose complex. Downsizing with purpose. Several other Qatari stadiums, including Ahmad bin Ali, Al Janoub, and Al Thumama, were also designed with a clear post-World Cup future. Originally built with capacities around 45,000, they will be downsized to about 20,000, a more suitable size for local league matches and community events. This capacity reduction is primarily achieved by removing temporary seating sections. Qatar has pledged to donate these surplus seats to developing nations in need of sports infrastructure, a tangible legacy contribution. For example, in constructing the new Ahmad bin Ali Stadium, an impressive 90% of the rubble from the old stadium demolished on the same site was reused, showcasing a commitment to circular economy principles. Al Janoub Stadium features an advanced operable roof made of PTFE fabric and cables, coupled with a solar-powered cooling system. This sophisticated engineering is designed to create a comfortable environment for players and spectators, even in Qatar's extreme summer heat, ensuring year-round usability. Its design is inspired by traditional dhow boats, reflecting local culture. Al Thumama Stadium, inspired by a traditional taqiyya cap, boasts a complex circular spoked wheel roof structure with outer compression and inner tension rings. After the World Cup, half of its seats will be removed, and the repurposed spaces are planned to house a boutique hotel and a sports hospital, further integrating the stadium into the community's infrastructure. The integration of advanced environmental control systems like solar cooling and retractable roofs, along with modular construction techniques, is critical for ensuring stadium usability and economic viability in challenging climates, extending their lifespan beyond a single event. The Puzzle of Stadium 974. While Qatar's other stadiums represent a thoughtful evolution in design and repurposing, one stands out as a true revolution in stadium design, a bold experiment in temporary architecture, Stadium 974. Stadium 974, uniquely named after Qatar's international dialing code and the 974 recycled shipping containers used in its construction, was a pioneering project. It earned the distinction of being the first fully demountable, transportable, and reusable stadium in World Cup history. Its innovative modular design, utilizing structural steel and repurposed shipping containers, significantly reduced construction costs, timelines, and material waste compared to traditional stadium builds. The containers themselves were ingeniously integrated, serving multiple purposes by housing staircases, concessions, restrooms, and even acting as the initial delivery mechanism for other construction materials. The plug-and-play system for connecting pre-equipped container modules meant rapid assembly and promised equally easy disassembly. This groundbreaking approach was intended to provide a sustainable, low-impact template for future major sports events, potentially eliminating the need for new, permanent constructions in each host nation. The grand plan for Stadium 974 was to dismantle it after the World Cup and relocate it to a country in need of sporting infrastructure. It was initially committed to Maldonado, Uruguay, as part of their joint bid for the 2030 World Cup, envisioned as a direct transfer of infrastructure. However, Uruguay's bid ultimately failed. Subsequent vague plans for relocation to an African nation, or even the United States for the 2026 World Cup, were floated but never materialized. Electrical issues were cited as the reason for halting the U.S. option. Today, Stadium 974 remains in its original location in Doha, its World Cup signage still intact. Despite initial promises of dismantling, it has continued to host events, including matches for the 2024 FIFA Intercontinental Cup in December 2024, the 2024 Trophée des Champions in January 2025, and the Match for Hope in February 2025. This ongoing presence has caused controversy, as early claims suggested it would be fully recycled or demolished to make way for luxury waterfront condos. While Stadium 974's modular design is a triumph of sustainable engineering, the failure to execute its planned relocation undermines its core sustainability promise and risks it becoming a different kind of white elephant. The environmental benefit of a demountable stadium, particularly its reduced carbon footprint, is heavily dependent on how many times and how far it is actually transported and reassembled. If it remains permanently in Doha or is demolished, a significant part of its sustainability promise is lost. If you found this deep dive into World Cup stadiums fascinating, hit the like button, subscribe to Big Builds for more engineering stories, leave a comment with your thoughts, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video.